going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Look, we only have so much football left. We have 4 big games this weekend. We have 2 next week. So let's take advantage of Saturday and Sunday. I have a bankroll building challenge for you guys in today's video. I have a ticket for Saturday and a ticket ready to go for Sunday, as long as Saturday does come through for us. Of course, I have skin in the game. I'm going to personally take $250 up to $1,000 with this challenge. Do whatever's comfortable for you guys. It's sports betting. Be responsible. But look, at the end of the day, here I am on YouTube, public for everybody. I was thinking I wasn't even going to do this. A lot of you guys gave me a lot of hate just because I didn't win my last wager. I mean, forget that my parlays hit at 60% this year. Forget the season to date percentage up there, 72% on my straight bets that went up there on the official whiteboard. I guess it's just, what can you do for me lately? So I apologize. I didn't win my last bet here in the channel. I wish, man, I dream that I could just have you guys on my client list, win every single day. We could all retire, have huge boats and all that stuff. Wake up, you're dreaming. It's just totally not realistic. So again, guys, this is a public thing here on YouTube. I am fully confident I'm going to cash this challenge. I am fully confident that I'm going to take 250 into 1,000. But at the end of the day, it's not quite the cream of the crop. It is not my best stuff. This is my best stuff, guys. I am the best in the sports betting industry. I have won 5 out of my last 6 weeks in the NFL, up almost 35 units of profit. Even if you were betting $100 a pop, that's about $3,500. I'm 5-1 in my last 6 max plays. I have another one this week that I'm sending out probably tonight, maybe even last night, depending on when you're seeing this video. So if you're actually looking for a bet that you can have full confidence that you can just hammer to try to get ahead, I do have a max play this week. I'm 6-1 in the playoffs, guys. Last week, wild card. You can see the full breakdown of the plays I had. I already posted here on the channel. 6-1, wild card week, up double-digit units. I'm about to absolutely murder the divisional round here. I'm so confident. I've already sent out a bunch of plays to the list. I got more coming. Of course, the college football championship on Monday as well. I'm 7-2 on a nice little 7-2 run there in the college football playoff. Up almost 12 units there. Look, if you have any brain cells, after all this rambling, if you have any brain cells, what I'm doing in today's video is a big public thing, and I'm going to try my best, and I have full confidence. But if you have even $30, you can get on my premium. You can get a full week of this type of winning. You can even save money and go with a monthly package. Lock yourself in longer term, which is what I would obviously recommend. This is a long-term game. This is not a get-rich-quick thing. But we are going to take advantage of this weekend just to do this little bankroll builder. It's not crazy aggressive. It's 2 wagers, around plus money, 4x, the principle that we're going to start with. Let's get after it, guys. We're going to use Outlier software to identify some of the best props going on this weekend. We're also going to build this exact ticket using FanDuel. I've already locked in the ticket. You'll see my bet slip on the screen at some point in today's video. There we go. There's Outlier. Let me go back here. So we'll start with some filters. Obviously, we're looking at NFL today. And look, I've already pre-screened it, so this video is not like an hour long. I've already spent a lot of time going over this, but I'm just going to filter this down a little bit. Obviously, games specifically, I'm just going to show you guys a couple of data points, just kind of to show you kind of my process of how I pick certain things. But yeah, we're going to look at this Chiefs game. We're also going to go to the propositions themselves because we're not going to be looking at extra points. I'm not putting something crazy on this ticket. Let's just go down here. Passing attempt, passing completion, passing touchdown, and passing yards. So there's 6 results. Let's start here at the top. We got CJ Stroud, man. Failed to exceed 1.5 passing touchdowns in 8 of his last 10 games. And really, it should be even worse than that because in that last game where he went over that mark, they just got gifted so many interceptions and he just basically got handed the ball right in perfect position. So even that last game, not a great example. So that sample size there could even be more impressive. You can actually click on this data further. Also over here where my mouse is, we can see the Chiefs are exceptional defending passing touchdowns. So the Texans, man, they're, even if they move the ball, even if there's turnovers, even if they get fortunate enough to have the opportunity to be in the red zone, is CJ Stroud really going to actually put points on the board against this Chiefs team fired up at home? I think it's going to be tough sledding. So something to think about there. Patrick Mahomes got some good data for him. And keep in mind, this sample size, even with this data, is off a pretty lackluster regular season. I mean, there were many times where it was like some of the receivers were healthy, some weren't. The team was never at full power. They were kind of scraping by in games, regular season Chiefs stuff. They're never fully engaged regular season. They're going to come alive. They're fully rested. They have all the receivers. And even with those, less than stellar performances, we still have all this data looking good for Patrick Mahomes to have a good performance here, exceeding his passing completions, exceeding his passing attempts. 41.5 attempts a game is crazy. Average. 6 straight games at home. They're going to go off. Patrick Mahomes exceeding 250 passing yards, 5 of his last 6 games, averaging 277. Been doing great through the air, and still with the receiving core that's fully rested, fully healthy, and should be much, much better in terms of team chemistry as well. They could really look sharp in this game. Now, let's also look here, because this is one trend here that doesn't look good for Mahomes, right? It's suggesting maybe to go under 1.5 passing touchdowns for the Chiefs makes sense. But I would argue against that, because look at all the games where he went with 1+ touchdown. And the New Orleans game, you can throw out the window there. That's just a bad example to have in the mix. So 1+ touchdown for Mahomes. Now you throw in the fact that they're fully healthy at home in the playoffs. It's basically a lock. We are going to have that in our ticket, 1+ touchdown for Mahomes. So outlier is cool, because even when it suggests something up or down, you can look into it further with all the filters and tools on this platform and kind of come up with a better idea of maybe what you want to use. Of course, if you guys are interested in Outlier, man, you can get this for free. I have a link right in the description of this video. You can get an entire week for free. Cancel at the end. It's no gimmick. You're not going to get caught with some subscription. At least try it out. There's 4 big games this weekend. NBA, it works with all sports, college basketball, college football on Monday, national championship. You can look at anything you want. There's a whole bunch of tools on here. Use that link in the description. At least take advantage of that free trial. Make yourself a bunch of money with these prop bets, at least over the next week. And if you're not like over the moon thrilled with how much money you made during that free trial time, you can always cancel. But if you guys are serious about betting on sports and looking at prop wagers, the data, the tools, the filters that you get here with Outlier software, it's unmatched in the industry. It's just the best stuff I use. That's why my parlays have hit at 60% this year. I mean, just straight up. So again, use that link in the description. It's listed right down there. So that's all we're going to look at in terms of just a little bit of data. Like I said, I didn't want to go over every game and bore you and spend 40 minutes to go over why I chose each part of the parlay. Let's just pop over to FanDuel and build this thing, man. Let's just build this thing. So here's FanDuel. Let me scroll up. Obviously, today's wager is just on the Saturday games. So let's start right here. Chiefs money line. Chiefs money line. You guys know I'm the controversial guy. I like going against the grain. I like the sharp side. I don't like being square on a public side. You guys know I always talk about this stuff. Chiefs are not going to lose this game, man. Sure. I mean, look, at the end of the day, it's sports betting. Anything can happen. Patrick Mahomes could break his leg, right? Someone lands on him and they don't have Mahomes, and then someone else gets hurt and the game totally unravels and they lose. It's possible. That's why you guys always got to bet responsibly, because you never know with injuries or something totally crazy that could happen. Back-to-back pick sixes or, just something out of this world is always possible. But at the end of the day, this is a perfect storm for value. Minus 460. This should really be minus 1,000. Kansas City at home, playoffs, versus a team from Texas that plays indoors in warm weather, versus a team that vastly underachieved all year. CJ Stroud looking like he's just not the guy from last year. No Tank Dell. I don't know how they're going to score in this game. We have a 2-possession spread with only a game total of 41. That's pretty significant. I think that does suggest one team's going to have success and one team's really not. Chiefs money line. I'm putting it in. It'd be very, very, very hard to believe they don't win this game. We're going to go to more wagers though. Kind of some of that data we just went over. We're going to go to passing props. Of course, Mahomes probably goes over his passing yards, man. I'd be stunned if he didn't. Is he going to go over 1.5 touchdowns as well? I'd be stunned if he didn't. That's up at minus 144. But we're not even going to get that aggressive. A single touchdown from Mr. Mahomes. And then we're going to go with an alternative number, 175 for Mr. Mahomes. So 175 through the air on a game where he's probably going to have closer to 300. In a game where he's going to have multiple touchdowns, we just need one, and we just need the Chiefs to win. So that's what we're using from the first game here. Let me go back over here and go to our second game, our night game. And we're going to go over to passing props as well. Jared Goff, way up there at 271. He probably goes over that. but we're just simply going to take him for 175. It's just an absolute lock. He's getting 175, probably relatively easy. Okay, I don't think he's going to have a problem at all. Like, I think he's going to get 300. The Lions at home, playoffs versus this younger team. They're going to come in. They're going to come in hungry, but this Lions offense is just a whole different animal. I expect a lot of success here from the Lions. And at the same time, Jaden Daniels and this Commanders team, their offense is good. The Lions defense is overrated. The Lions are going to have to score to keep up. I don't see this as a huge blowout. A lot of people do. I don't. I think there's a chance this game could be extremely competitive. I think it's just kind of trading offense, trading scores. So that's how I see the game going. We're going to go back over here. Same game parlay section. You can use the popular section as well. We're going to put in an alternative spread here. We're going to be looking at the Commanders, and we're just going to take them with a whole bunch of points. 24.5 is what we're going with in this one. Now, interesting, just simply from recording this video, the odds have changed on this wager. I submitted my wager just prior to this game, and I actually did forget something. Thank God I double checked. There's one more thing to add. So we're not quite done. But again, Commanders plus 24.5. Like I said, I think it's a competitive game. I think there's a chance, man. Backdoor cover, one score late in the fourth quarter to get it back under the number. I think Washington can hang around in this game. I think they're going to be competitive enough for the Lions to have to keep their foot on the gas offensively. They do that anyway. So I love Jared Goff on the passing yards, at home, indoors, no weather, right? No weather. There's weather in that KC game, but no weather here. I think Jared Goff will do just fine. I did forget to add one thing here, though, on this initial game. Not only are we going with Chiefs money line, but we're going to go with an alternative total points in this one too. You guys saw the numbers on Outlier of CJ Stroud. They're going to struggle, man. They're going to struggle offensively. And at the same time, the Chiefs, they might be a little bit rusty to start the game because they're coming off such kind of a long time period without playing competitive football. The defense is nasty. We have a Texas team coming up in an outdoor cold environment, winter weather, playoffs, Kansas City defense, Spags running that defense. CJ Stroud really struggling to get the ball into the end zone at times. I don't see the Texans scoring a lot of points here. And I think the Chiefs will be cruising and running the football and using clock in the second half. Alternative point total under 56.5. I am going to be absolutely perplexed if this goes above 50, if this goes above mid 40s. I'd be stunned, but we're going to take 56.5 points just in case there's, one scenario late in the game when the Texans are so desperate that they're even going for fourth down on like their own 10-yard line and they don't get it. And they essentially hand another 7 points to the Chiefs. So in case we get some stuff like that at the end of the game, I wanted like an extra 7 to 10 point buffer here on this point total. And that brings us to plus 111 there. I'll put the bet slip that I already locked in prior to recording this video on the screen for you guys. But that is the bet we are going with for Saturday. It's going to hit. It's data backed. I refined this ticket a lot. There was a lot of things I could have put in. I could have put Jahmyr Gibbs in, some alt rushing, some alt receiving, some receivers from the Lions, Jaden Daniels rushing yards. I could have blown this up to plus 400 with ease. I'm not doing that. We just got to cash 2 of these tickets, multiply our bankroll by 4, and we'll be chilling. So let me know what you guys think about this particular wager. If you had to pick one of my choices that you think could blow this ticket and turn this ticket into a losing bet, let me know in the comment section what you think the part of this parlay is that is the most risky. And definitely drop a like on today's video. Make sure you are subscribed so you don't miss the notification when I upload the video on Saturday night for Sunday's wager. See you in the next video.